Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Robocop. Let's go into number 3. So, this is what the quaint urban setting was hiding the whole time. A giant, monstrous looking lab slash factory slash alien base. And here we have a new copy ability, immediately, from a copy essence, Wheel Kirby. Where you turn into a wheel, and that's basically the entirety of this ability. You go do a zoom very fast. You can turn, and you can jump, and you can stop, and you can also hold down to go very fast. You bump into a wall, you stop. Generally, you're invincible to most things as Wheel, as noted by the slightly pale, flashing sort of sheen you get to you when you're using invincibility frames. And that just sort of stays the whole time. It's basically Wheel is predominantly for zooming through levels that were built specifically for Wheel, and just plowing through obstacles and enemies and jumping over things like this. It's kind of a fun time. And here's the red sticker, already in a rather innocuous corner of the map. Well, let's go. Oh, don't go too fast though, there's a little pit trap there. Okay, and we have a boss coming up. So I think I'm just going to drop this immediately. You can see down here you can drop your ability like that. I've been doing it the whole time and just haven't really acknowledged it. Spark Kirby! This is an ability that I really should have showed off by now. It's a pretty, mainstay of the Kirby franchise, wherein you either do a field around you like this. These are some new powers that they got in Return to Dreamland. You can go up or down. I rather like those. Or you can just sort of mash your directional inputs a whole bunch to, I guess, build up static electricity and then shoot it as a big old beam. And that is the ability that got it a bit of notoriety, in that it charges very quickly, it's very strong, and was considered rather overpowered. You know, back before there were less strong abilities, which there are now. It does decent damage. It's not... I think it used to do more. In Return to Dreamland especially, is that it's most ridiculous. Because you could literally just shake the Wiimote to charge it up in like a second flat, and it did a lot more damage. You could just blast away like this. But in general, it's slightly more acceptable now. I should have been talking about this guy. This is Miasmoros of the Oros family of enemies, which have been popping up rather frequently nowadays. Got its Flame Galboros, Water Galboros, Miasmoros, Frogzard. If any of you got what that joke was from, what I was referencing there, I pity you. Yes, but you were the one who made the reference, you say. Well, that's because I'm the most pitiful of all. It's time for Poison Kirby, another ability immediately introduced to us. This is a new ability that hasn't been in any other game before or since. I really am blazing through these. There's not enough time. It's interesting, but not exactly a favorite of mine. Its thing is you spit poison puddles around. It's a bit of a compilation of a lot of different types of abilities mixed with this very unique thing where it makes poison puddles, and also clouds, which is my preferred method of doing things. Because see, this here and this here are taken from Water Kirby, which is an amazing ability that was introduced in Return to Dreamland and immediately discontinued, and didn't come back again until Star Allies. So it's ever so slightly bittersweet to have this thing around right now. It's a pretty decent power, but I'd much rather have water. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I should check again. Heart, Spade, Diamond. I guess it makes thematic sense that the water is now poison in this mechanized world, but there is still water around. Seeing the poison puddles in action there. I guess it's kind of like, it's got an interesting dimension to it, and it kind of set traps for enemies. But honestly, it's way better at racking up damage very quickly against bosses. Whereas like standard enemies, you don't really need to go through the fuss of setting poison traps for them. There are far more straightforward methods of dealing with your standard enemy. And for that, it's just not all that good or fulfilling or particularly interesting. It's okay, just not great. It's just a compilation of abilities I'd rather be using. Like you saw back there, I didn't even acknowledge it. There's a power that really doesn't belong in the form of whacking your enemies a whole bunch when they're up close. That's like straight up from Cutter. Let's see if I can do it here. See that? That's just straight up from Cutter. That has nothing to do with poison, it's just there to pad out the moveset. Poison is fine, but it's really not a favourite of mine. Stone Robobot, on the other hand. The only Robobot that can mash these thingamajigs and move them around. Which is the source of a great many puzzles. They're not particularly difficult puzzles, but they're puzzles, I guess. Pardon me, sir. Boom. A little down smack. There we go. Smash that in there. And that is our second code cube. It took a while for us to get code cubes in this. But they're coming now. We've already got the rare sticker. There we go. Pardon me. Another one of those, and a little docking system for our little robot. There we go. See if I can find another ability that I can have instead of poison. Grab this, and that's our final code cube, I think. I think we must be getting to the end then. Alright. A lot of new abilities in this one. Just more poison. That's fine. You probably guessed that these things hurt if you touch them, but I haven't touched them yet. Go away. Alright, goal game, let's go. Hey, we did it. I should also mention, Poison had a part of its development where they had some like kind of interesting concept designs for it that were really nice. There was like a witch one, like a little, like straight up looked like a little Witch Academia character. I feel like I would have preferred this over what we got, which was just a bloody poison version of Water Kirby again. You see, it doesn't really have much of a personality, really, Poison. Which is a shame for such a, I should have finished that thought. But this is great. Look at this. Look at these faces. Kirby's Dream Course. Are we sure this didn't just go straight from, this wasn't straight from the Grumps version of the game? Or is this a reference to the Grumps version of the game? Who knows? Oh, I'm into that. I didn't realize that was a sticker. Kirby's Dream Course was a golf game that was made famous by Game Grumps playing it for like 50 hours. And then playing it so much they got their own like ROM hack version of it. Alright. That's number 4. Let's go. Casino level. Let's get rid of this. Pardon me, sirs. Thank you. This is a very gaudy place they've set up here. Truly the dark side of capitalism. H. And a little someone or other sweeping the carpet outside. And now, another contender for some of my favourite songs in the game, maybe. And a new ability. Circus Kirby, as if there could be a more thematically appropriate ability for this place! Ow! How dare you! Ow, how dare you! I am not good at using Circus. Circus is a very awkward ability to use. It involves a lot of flipping about, and jumping, and tumbling, and bouncing, and ball spinning, and juggling, and balloon animals, which are all very fun, but also really, really hard to use in any effective way. However, I feel inclined to try because this place is just getting me in the mood. Your night's entertainment is here! Watch me somersault and juggle for your amusement, oh patrons, casino, seedy casino patrons. Oh, this place is great. Music here is amazing too, I should have mentioned. Whoopsie. Snooker isn't gambling. I don't know why giant snooker balls are here. That's fine. Pardon me, sir. Sorry about that. Oh, this is fun. Whoop! The thing about Circus Kirby with all this jumping around, I have many a time thrown myself directly into a bottomless pit with this really hard to control somersault move. But when it comes to a place like this, I just feel inclined to try clowning around for a bit. It's just a fun time. Oh, hello. Little secret here. You need to go. There was a door back there, but you need to go to this door to get the secret thing, to get the red sticker. Balloon animals. Ha ha ha. And giant dice are a thing now. I think if we'd come to the first door, we would have been in the foreground. But now we're in the background, which is where the rare sticker is. You can see it goes from foreground to background. I need to back up a little bit. Whoop. Oh. I love that one of your... Never mind. Whoopsie. I love that one of your moves is balloon animal. It's just... It's kind of a... It's not a particularly effective move because it's so close range, but I just sort of like it. Kirby is a very deadly clown. I want a puppy! It's like, alright, one puppy coming up. Oh wait, no, you got Magalore, and now you're dead. Oh, sorry, I should probably mention this. This thing controls a Kirby in the background. This is kind of a new feature to Robobot that's used kind of for these multi-dimensional puzzles. It mirrors your movements exactly, and you gotta do that. So you gotta like collaborate to get yourself through this level all the way to the end. And then he dies as soon as his purpose is fulfilled. I'm getting suspicious. There should be more code cubes than this. Nice! Nice, nice, nice combo. I do have to wonder, casinos show up, casino-themed places, or just casinos show up in video games all the time. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to draw attention to, but it just feels like they're present in video games a disproportionate amount. And I think I kind of get why. We're on a giant roulette wheel right now. Because gambling is, most forms of gambling, and especially casinos, are completely outlawed by just in Japan. So, weirdly, and I'm not like, so I guess maybe they're just sort of like living vicariously through video games by putting like casino-themed areas in basically everything. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, Pokemon always has a game corner, and Sonic is particularly egregious in this regard, just having that, because like most of Eggman's stuff is casino-themed. Like, even like Bowser played with that like aesthetic for a bit in Super Mario 3D World. Does it make sense? It's kind of like, it's glitzy, it's kind of fun, but it's like, oh, but it's wrong, but we like it. Japan. I don't know. So it's like a good, I don't know. It's a recurring theme for like villainous video game characters. And it's just sort of strange, and that was just my take on maybe that's why. Hey, you hit that, you get a 1, and you get a 1-up, which means nothing. Pardon me, I'm just trying to avoid hurting these swinging waddle bees. No! Oh, you okay? You okay? Okay, please don't die. Huh. There we go. So now we're in a situation where we gotta switch between foreground and background a bit to avoid these giant crushing dice. Pardon me, there's the door open. Alright, here we go. I went to Vegas once. It was kind of a weird experience. We weren't like trying to go there, but that's the only place you can go if you're going from like one place to another. Why did I do that? It's kind of like situated cunningly so that you sort of have to pass through. I was not really impressed with it, I'll be honest. Like, Vegas is held up as like the quintessential glitzy glammy big lights city place. And I don't know, maybe the scrutiny didn't stand up to scrutiny when you're just like in it. And you can smell the drains and the homeless people on every corner, and people are willfully ignoring it, and just the streets are completely crowded to the extent that you can't go anywhere because everyone wants to go to Vegas. You're in Vegas! Lighten up! No, I didn't have fun in Vegas, but it gave me a lot of material to work with. I tell you what, like the metaphors just wrote themselves, to be perfectly frank. I did a whole piece on it in college. College? University. Smash that. I felt like they weren't even like metaphors, they were just what was happening. Like, the Eiffel Tower was there, but at half its height and twice the garishness, and I got these like big old Greek-themed statues that are just made of fiberglass. And also, there was, I don't know, like some of it was cool. Like, some of it was cool, there were like art galleries there, which had cool stuff in it, but most of it was just a whole bunch of not much, to be perfectly honest. Knuckle Joe! And it wasn't like I was in the wrong place. I went to the spot where like all the photos of Vegas are. Like all the photos of Vegas are of the same spot. Sorry, I'm distracted now. I went down a rabbit hole of cynical feelings. We've unlocked the boss. We had the rare sticker. The rare sticker was Marx, who is a famous Kirby enemy from Superstar. And now we have unlocked the boss. And I think we have unlocked the special X stage also. I just went off on one back there, huh? Alright, I will see you guys next time for more biting commentary. It wasn't that, it was just rambling. It's fine, I'll see you next time. If I haven't scared everyone off.